Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Mauzam Gulzar. I'm General Secretary of Association of Irish Pakistani Physicians Surgeons. I'm a GP specialist trainee working in Electric County Hospital, County Donegal. That's enough, I think, for myself. I would like to introduce our organization to people who don't have much idea who we are, what we do. So, Association of Irish Pakistani Physicians and Surgeons was established in February 2021, founded by one of our very good colleague, Dr. Shahid Salimi. He's not in Ireland anymore, he's in Saudi Arabia, but I think it's a due credit to mention his name. We advocate for the interest of Pakistani doctors while addressing issues related to medical practice, logistical problem, ethical and professional recognition, and integration into the healthcare system in Ireland. The AIPPS team in Ireland had worked under the leadership of Mr. Noman Nabi as president and Dr. Liqaur Rahman, our vice president. Both are actually elected members in Medical Council of Ireland, and this happened first time in the history of Ireland. So some of the prominent milestones we achieved in last 3 years are, first of all, it was equal training opportunities. I meet a lot of people, especially who are coming new, and they have like their set goals that they will come here, they will apply for training within 6 months or 1 year, and most of them actually get that. And when we see that thing happening, we feel very happy, because we are from the lot which we wouldn't imagine this, because it was not possible before 2020 for anyone on general division to apply for even BST. So it happened at the end of the year 2020. So this is one of our milestones which we achieved after our campaigns. The next one was exemption of English language test, IELTS and OET, for doctors who are already working in Ireland. So previously it was required, even if somebody is already in Ireland, if they want to apply in a training program, they have to resit the education English proficiency test. So we intervened in this, and we contacted different stakeholders and got rid of that. The third and very important was fast access stamp 4. It was massive success. Previously, the doctors were getting allowed to apply for stamp 4, which is indefinite leave to remain kind of visa. They could only apply after 5 years of living in Ireland. But nurses and all other engineers, software engineers, all those, they were allowed to get after 2 years. So we ran a Twitter campaign which took like almost a year on that, and then luckily or unluckily COVID came, and then everybody knew that, oh yeah, doctors are there as well, and they are important part of the society as well. So then Department of Justice and Department of Enterprise, they agreed on our terms, and they allowed doctors to apply for stamp 4 only after 2 years instead of waiting for 5 years. Then spouse right to work after stamp 1H and stamp 1. So previously the spouse, non-doctor spouse or of doctors, they were given stamp 3 visa, which doesn't allow anybody to work in Ireland. You can stay in Ireland as a dependent, but you have no right to work. So we fought on that as well, and that was approved. And it has changed lives of many families. And fast track citizenship. This was another very important campaign which ran over, I would say, 2 years, because citizenship process previously was very complicated. They had to apply for paper application, they had to submit passports to the Department of Justice, which would take they would keep your passport for 6 months or more. Then there were some passports were misplaced. So after all those difficulties when people were facing, we started our campaign on that, and now the process has been changed. It's online. You don't need to even submit your passport. You don't need to submit a lot of application, paper documentation. It's all online, and it's much faster. People are getting their applications processed within 1 year to 18 months now. Previously, it was at least 2 to 3 years. Mine one was within 18 months. So I'm one of those beneficiaries among a lot of others. Fundraising and support. So AIPPS has all, among their own network, we have tried to help many people. For example, there was one Pakistani doctor who died last year in Sligo accidentally, her car drawn in the river, and she was the sole earner of her family. So we raised a fundraising campaign for her, and we helped her family to come. This is just one example. There are lots of others similar to that. Then collaboration in Ireland and beyond. So we collaborate with other significant organizations, such as one of the Pakistani's biggest organization in Ireland is Pakistan Overseas Community Ireland Chapter, POC Ireland, led by Mr. Rana Usman Ajmal, and Irish Society of International Doctors. And we are also in contact with our fellow colleagues in Pakistan. We are here, but we are not forgetting our people back home. So we are in contact with YDA in different parts of Pakistan, not only Punjab, even in other cities. And in UK as well, there's an organization called National Overseas Doctors Family Organization. We are in collaboration with them, and we have signed a memorandum of understanding with them as well. And Mr. Nabi, our president, is a consultant urologist in University Hospital Limerick and a member of preliminary proceedings as well as registration and continuing practice committee in Medical Council Ireland. Along with our Vice President, Dr. Lika Rahman, he is also a member of the disciplinary committee in Medical Council Ireland. And this thing that a non-Irish or Pakistani origin, a member of Pakistani origin was elected into the Medical Council Ireland is a massive success. So we have a lot of things which we can claim, and we are proud of that, and which we hope that will help our generations to come, our people, they will be benefited from this. I won't take more time, and before wasting any further, I would thank again Her Excellency Aisha Faruqi. This is the first ever welcome and orientation event for our new coming doctors, especially incoming doctors from Pakistan. We targeted this lot so that they can help and try to learn from people who are already here, and Embassy has provided their platform, which is, I think, the best platform we could get. Again, thank you so much, ma'am, and I would like to invite you to have your words, please. Thank you so much.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम और आप सबको पाकिस्तान एम्बेसी में खुशामदीद. Welcome all of you.
Assalamu alaikum.
To this first ever orientation program that the Embassy of Pakistan is doing in collaboration with the Association of Irish Pakistani Doctors, AIPPS. I'm very grateful to Dr. Numan Nabi and his whole team for taking this initiative and for all the work that they have done that Dr. Saab has elaborated over the past few years. I think that is truly a contribution to the betterment of the Pakistani doctors who are here in Ireland. And like I have said on many occasions, the Pakistani doctors have carved a niche for themselves in Ireland. And right from the leadership level, I have been told on multiple occasions how much contribution to the Irish health sector by the Pakistani doctors is appreciated by the Irish government. So because it is the work that all the doctors, Pakistani doctors have been doing in Ireland, is a source of positive news about Pakistan. It serves to enhance the reputation of the Pakistani community in Ireland. And Dr. Numan Nabi's work, the work of AIPPS in the past few years, I thought this is a good moment to start this tradition in the Pakistan Embassy, to invite the new arriving doctors to have an interface with all the doctors who are here since many years, some even for decades. There are many here, very senior consultants who have been working in the Irish health sector since many decades. And that is an invaluable source of experience, of knowledge, of hand-holding that the young doctors can access. Just for a second, I would like to know, could you raise your hands, The doctors who have newly arrived in Ireland, I want to know the numbers and how many are there right now. Okay. Welcome to Ireland, welcome to Pakistan Embassy. So this has been like a few months since most of you have arrived, is that so? Excellent. So I'm glad that we are starting this, and I hope that this tradition will carry on long after I have left Ireland, and that my successors will have this tradition to take forward, because I think it is very, very important. And for a few reasons that I want to share here. I've been ambassador to Ireland in almost 2 years now, slightly less than 2 years. And in these 2 years, what I have observed in the Irish community, and of course all the doctors here who are very senior and have been here for a long time, will share this with you also. The Irish are very different from, say, the British. The experiences that our Pakistani doctors have in England would be very different from those here, number one. The Irish are, I have found, to be a very sophisticated, cultured nation. They may not have the dazzle or the glamour factor of the British or the other big European capitals, but I believe they have a lot of quality and a solidness to them, which I have come to admire in my 2 years. And I think you are very fortunate to have this experience, to work in a country like Ireland and to learn from their culture, from their practices. They are traditional people. One of the defining characteristics of the Irish nation is their sense of humanitarianism. Their empathy, irrespective of their nationality or their race or their religion, really positions themselves as a global leader. And you just have to look at the example of the stand that the Irish government and the Irish people have taken for the Palestinian cause, for the Ukrainian cause, and for many others who are suffering in the world. That shows to you the kind of people they are. So I think especially for the newcomers, of course the old hands have gone through this, it is very important to understand the culture of the nation that you have chosen to work in. Cultural sensitivity and sensitization is the number one thing that I think all the newcomers from Pakistan need to focus on, observe, learn, and practice. And I think there cannot be a better forum for you to seek out your seniors in any of the challenges that you may be facing in terms of cultural sensitivity. So that's one thing that I wanted to share with you. I think as we go forward, Dr. Saab, I think it would be good to have an introduction of, each one can say who they are, where they are coming from, how long they have been here, so that there is a general introduction, and of course, baad mein, over a cup of tea, there can be greater networking and greater interaction. We are going to circulate a paper with your, so if you can kindly put down your names and your emails and phone number if you so wish, so that we also have a database, and that we can share it with AIPPS also, so that we can have that kind of record of how many people came and for future referencing. So I think I'm going to stop here and allow Dr. Nabi and the rest of the team to discuss various issues. There are some specific themes that they would like to share with you. And finally, once again, a very warm welcome to all of you, but especially to the newcomers.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And it's really good to see a lot of our new members, because that was our main target. Our first speaker, I would maybe like ask Dr. Suhail Rasool from Portlaoise. He would like to speak on ethics and professionalism. I think this is the most important aspect which we should all be aware of, that while coming from Pakistan, a different working environment, into the Ireland, a completely different working environment. So Dr. Suhail Rasool.
ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thanks, Her Excellency Miss Faruqi and Brother Numan, all of the familiar faces. It's an honor to say welcome all of you to your chosen home. Your mother home is Pakistan, and this is your homeland to live and work. And as the Right Honorable Ambassador has said, you're lucky that you're coming to a good country. A country where the pitch has been set already for you. A country where there is a great perception of Pakistani professionals. A country which has common culture with Pakistani history. Australia, New Zealand, and likewise they understand that why these people are coming. As I was speaking to earlier, Ms. Faruqi, that we're all ambassadors. I'm no one to tell you how to do, because mind it that you have two eyes watching in front of you and two on your back. If I do a good thing, if Sohail does a good thing, it's a credit to all of the country. And believe you me, the department I work, they're very unfortunate countrymen who are locked up in prison. If you do something bad, it's the same impression of all the country. No matter if you have a FRCS or MRCP or FCPS or whatever. For them, we're all same. It doesn't matter if you're a consultant or a junior doctor. For them, we are from Pakistan. And you know yourself, you all come from a good country. Three things you can't change in your life. One is your religion. Second one is your language, it's the binding force. And third one is your color. If I walk across Grafton Street or Connell Street, I represent my country. I represent my manners. I represent my profession. So mind it and be careful. As we had a short talk earlier, I can talk about this for ages, but I will leave my phone number with Dr. Numan. Anyone who wants to have a confidential advice, most welcome. Because I'm not doing something extraordinary for you. You deserve it. Because when I came here, we had only few doctors here when I was studying in Dublin, and they guided me, And now, mashallah, you are so many of you, and now you have bigger responsibility, not for yourself, not for the country, also for Pakistan. Because you are required back home eventually. The country is crying out for you. What you are doing is the work of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet himself migrated. Irish migrated. Look at all the big people. There was one man who was the best barrister in London. He migrated. Why? Because he had a love to have a separate nation. He left his wife and daughter behind, if you remember this name. You just celebrated 14th of August. You see, this is more than medicine. So you have a better chance than people who are far better than me and you living back home. But they have no money to come here. You're lucky. You're lucky because you had good parents. Remember, if I'm a doctor, I'm not a doctor because of me. It's because of my parents. It's because of your good upbringing. And ethics, what ethics? Who knows better ethics than a Muslim guy? A good Muslim should always have better ethics. But this country has different standards and rules. We all have to learn that. And me and my colleague will be very happy to teach you, guide you. We are no one to teach you, but we can say, look, brother and sister, this is not the right way. Do this way. Because we deal with, and we have seen in the media, when the complaint process becomes public, forget about fighting for it. Because this is a small, beautiful country. If you cough here, we know there was a cold in Portlish, or there is a fever in liver. So that's why you have to go through and read the Irish Medical Contract Guidelines. Second thing, you have to look at your contract. What are your obligations? Punctuality, dress code, manners, how to learn to speak proper English, how to communicate with the patient, what is consent, what is confidentiality, what is GDPR. There are loads of things. We are tied up here. It's beautiful, but they have rules and regulations. That's why they're beautiful. And that's what we have to learn to invest back in our own country. I don't want to take much of your time. It's a pleasure, and Honorable Ambassador has given us this opportunity. And it's going to happen, inshallah, with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and with your help, that we will use this premises, which is your home. You have obligation to mind it. And we will continue setting some sort of a regular system through this organization and ourselves, that how we can help each other and how we help to raise the level and standard of Pakistani doctors which have been here and which is still here, and also to represent our country and our family and how to raise our children. I'm telling you, the most important and difficult job you will face will eventually be how to raise your children. It's easier when they're sitting in a lap. Mind you, I remember my words. When they are teenager, you will be wondering, is that FRCS or MR CPS good enough? No, it's not. You have to learn that art and learn from other nations. You know, I mean, you can still do a good job without saying anything. That's the art we have to learn, how we can act in a good manner without hurting someone's feeling. So I wish all of you the best of luck, and you will be successful because you have good parents, good grandparents, and good families praying for you. You're lucky, you know. But again, the time is to polish ourselves. I'm still learning, we're all learning. I still learn every day how to be a good person, which is not easy. All right, so I wish you all of the best, and good to see you all. Thank you. All the best. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sahil, for your kind advice and very valuable advice, actually. The only one thing I would reinforce is dress code. The one, like being politically right, I won't say how to dress up, but we, in Pakistan, we are used to wear jeans and go into hospital. That's something I would not do, okay? They won't, nobody will tell you in the hospital that what you are wearing, but they will talk behind you and they will say that Pakistani doctor, okay? So always they will say this. And believe me, recently people have come to me and asked me, does this thing happen in Pakistan? Does this happen this way in Pakistan? So sometimes we have to say, no, it doesn't happen like this. So, yeah. Okay, so before, without wasting more time, Her Excellency Ms. Aisha, she, I think, put out the very important point that we should introduce ourselves. So I would maybe start from the left hand, and the actually right hand they're sitting. One by one, we can stand up and introduce our name and our designation and specialty.
I'm Dr. Daniel Nagi. I'm a consultant physician working in medicine in Bangalore. I think I am the most senior of you here. I came to Ireland on 28th of November 2000. So I was here and I was fortunate enough to get into the SPR training program and get at the consultant level. So once we meet informally, we guide you career-wise also what is the best option for you guys here. I'm graduate of Alhamdulillah Medical College, basically.
I'm Dr. Ganesh. I'm the pediatric emergency consultant in Medic Hospital.
I'm Prakanda Kesar. I'm BSc training in Tala Hospital at the moment. Some of you, I guess, may be aware of the Magic of Medicine blog, so I founded that blog. And the purpose behind that blog was to guide all the young doctors who come to Ireland, because when I came here, and I haven't been here very long, but when I came here, there was no guidance at all. So I really make an effort to make sure that I can tell whatever I know. And I hope you find that useful, and you find this event useful as well.
Suhail Rasool is my name. I'm an ordinary man. Anyway, so I did few interest specialties before I joined the Department of Justice. I work in the prison service, do a bit of everything, medical legal work, general practice, different things, and I'm still learning. It's a pleasure, and I leave my number with Brother Omar, and please feel free to talk to me.
Just introduce the thing. Mr. Rahman is our president of the Association of Irish Pakistani. मैंने इनका already introduction करवा दिया. And Dr. Lika, who has just joined us, is vice president of the Association of Irish Pakistani Physicians. आप अपना नाम करवा दीजिए.
First of all, my name is Dr. Lika. Most of you guys know me. So, Vice President of Irish Pakistani Doctors and also President of ISID as well as International Doctor Association. So elected council member, medical council, Irish Medical Council. So we have been working for many years for all of you. So welcome and
Thank you.
Thank you, Saiba. आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपने हमें प्लेटफॉर्म दिया और नुमान साहब को ऑलरेडी आपस में गए थे तो मैं भी पास से सीधा इधर था
इंशाल्लाह आपको दोबारा जहमत देंगे.
Yeah, so I think introduce the college also. So like the old connections can come up. Just tell from which medical college you are.
So Dawlpindi Medical College, batch 2014, or here in Ireland the last 7 years, 2016 I joined here. So now working as a consultant pediatrician in Canada Hospital.
मेरा नाम रिजवान खान, मैं कोलकाता से हूँ और एज ए जीपी काम कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे जीपी ट्रेनिंग फिनिश करने के बाद एंड आई एम द जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी ऑफ AIPPS एंड वी विल हैव मोर डिस्कशन व्हेन आई विल गिव अ लिटिल टॉक एंड वेलकम टू ऑल द न्यूकमर्स. थैंक यू.
Assalamu alaikum. It's me, Dr. Habibur Rahman, working as a SHO pediatrics at Medical Training University Hospital, Zindabad. I have graduated from Gandhi Medical College, Nipur, I have just come last week.
डॉक्टर हबीब के लिए स्पेशल तालियां. पहला वीकेंड है और बीवी को घर छोड़ के आए.
इसमें कौन सी
मेरा नाम डॉक्टर मोहम्मद उमर मेहदी है और मैं रजिस्ट्रार पीडियाट्रिक्स मेडिकल ट्रेनिंग यूनिवर्सिटी हॉस्पिटल में और मैंने इस जनवरी में ज्वाइन किया है.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Dr. Zafar, one of the urology registrars and changes. I've been here for the last roughly 1.5 years. And I would like to thank all my colleagues there. They have been really helpful. And it's a wonderful place to be and thank again the Excellency for all the opportunity. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. मेरा नाम मोहम्मद खान मलिक है. मैं रजिस्ट्रार इमरजेंसी मेडिसिन मैटर पब्लिक हॉस्पिटल में काम कर रहा हूँ. I joined in January. I'm basically from Rawalpindi.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Maryam Sana. I'm working as psychiatrist in mental health services. I have been here for 2 years. I'm from Services Institute for Medical Sciences. I can see many cases here, and I'm here there so that we can. It feels like home being here meeting you. Thank you.
Dr. Azra Sadruddin. I'm working as an anesthesia registrar in Lord's Hospital. I landed Ireland on 6th April 2023.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Dr. Humaira Amin, an obs and gynae consultant. So I'm working in Limerick. My advice to the newcomers: if you are husband and wife, you are both working, so help out each other. कामयाब मर्द के पीछे एक औरत होती है. मैं कहती हूँ एक कामयाब औरत के पीछे 2 मर्द होते हैं. I'm Dr. Isha. I'm just a fresh graduate. I haven't started working yet, but I've been learning for like 10 years. So.
Hello, my name is Dr. Nirma. I'm from Karachi. I'm recently graduated under IMC registration. Not working yet.
Dr. Shahzad Masood, I'm working as a psych reg in Alhamdulillah Internet Service. My medical graduate student, Dr. Mozam, one of the DSP Julian. So, level in Ireland in Pakistan.
Dr. Sayyid Shaukat, working as a GP in Source, and मैं भी गवर्नमेंट मेडिकल कॉलेज का ग्रेजुएट हूँ मौजूद से क्लास में. मुझे तकरीबन 1 साल हो गया.
I'm Dr. Zidran, working as a reg in hematology in Letter University Hospital, and it's been just 2 months that I've come to Letter in Ireland. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
I'm Dr. Rashid. I'm from Peshawar, and I have been through CPF exchange program and working as a pediatric SHO in Letter Hospital, and I'm here for the last 1.5 years.
Assalamualaikum everyone. I'm Dr. Kazim Bashir. I arrived in Letterkenny University Hospital in January and I'm working as an SHO in medicine. I graduated from Alhamdulillah Medical College. Thank you for this.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Dr. Mahia. I'm working as SHO at Gandhi Hospital, and I'm here on CPF exchange program. And back home, I'm from Zindabad, Pakistan. It's a city from nowhere. I'm working. And I'm here for last 1.5 months. Thank you.
I'm Dr. Umar Masood. I'm working at FS Ophthalmology in Metro Hospital. I came to
Assalamualaikum. My name is Dr. Ahmed Tariq and I'm working as a special pediatrics in Kevin General Hospital. I came here last month.
I work as registrar in critical orthopedics in Embassy Hospital since January. I'm not working anymore because my wife's working on only one of us can work, as Praman said. Both of us have to run the family. So
You are doing the difficult part, I mean.
That's the most difficult part. And I realized it after that.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. So she's working and I'm at home. She's working in Kremlin in direct ICU. Hi, I'm Dr. Faraz. I'm from Bakai Medical College, Karachi. I came here last year and right now I'm working at Tala University Hospital as a medical registrar and I'll be taking my MRCP eye clinical component very soon. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Dr. Maria Nadi. I'm working as an SHO in medicine department at Alhamdulillah Hospital, Belenenses, and I'm from Lahore. I'm a graduate of the Irish Medical College, Gujarat. Thank you.
I'm Dr. Salman, working as a registrar pediatric at the University Hospital. I came to Ireland last 1 month back.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Sharbeeb. I'm working as SHO medicine in Tala University Hospital. I came last year.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Dr. Shazad. I'm from Letterkenny University Hospital and I'm working as SHO in emergency department and it's been 6 months I'm here, so I joined in February.
मेरा नाम डॉक्टर शिराज है मैं केवन जनरल हॉस्पिटल से आया हूँ लीका टिकट
कौन किराया ना ले लो
ये वोट ऐसे दिखा के
Assalamualaikum. I'm Dr. Hira Ahmed. I'm working as a registrar in Port University Hospital. I just came here last month.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Dr. Amara Singh and I'm working in Bukanda Hospital as Obstetrician Registrar. I'm here from last 3 years. Assalamualaikum. I'm Dr. Mira Mustaq. I'm graduate of King Edward Medical University and I'm working here as SHO in hematology.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम मेरा नाम मोहम्मद तलहा है और मैं ऑर्थोपेडिक सर्जन हूँ लाहौर से और मैं अल्लामा इकबाल मेडिकल कॉलेज का ग्रेजुएट हूँ करंटली मैं हाउस हस्बैंड हूँ क्योंकि मेरी वाइफ खुदम हॉस्पिटल में रजिस्ट्रार मेडिसिन है और मैं ऑर्थोपेडिक्स में
मेरा नाम है मैं रजिस्ट्रार हॉस्पिटल and I'm here in Ireland for almost the last 10 years working in different hospitals in Dublin and outside.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Dr. Abu Bakr Ubaid. I'm working as an anesthesia SHO. I came here last month under CPSPHSC post-grad training program and I'm graduate of Northwest Medical College.
My name is Dr. Bachan. I am resident status in the Old Lady of Hospital, Florida, and I'm here since for last 1 year.
Excellent.
Assalamualaikum. I am Dr. Umair Ahmed. I did graduation and FCPS orthopedics from Mr. Hospital, and I'm starting my career as SHO orthopedics in Howard Hospital, Toronto.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Dr. Abdullah. I've been working as an SHO medicine at Potential Hospital in Venice. I'm from King Edward Branch facility and I have been here since February.
I'm Dr. Musa Farouk and I'm working as an SHO in ops in the Coons Hospital and it's been a month since I've
I'm working as a registrar in University Hospital Limerick. I graduated from Irish Medical College, Pakistan in 2015.
I'm Dr. Sama Ahmed. I'm a graduate of Irish Medical College, Lahore, and I'm working registered as in University Hospital Limerick as an SHO urology.
I'm Waqas Hussain. I'm a Smithsonian graduate batch 2013 and I'm working as a registrar anesthesiology at Florida Hospital and also an executive council member with AIPPS.
Mohammad Noman Rashid, working as a registrar in emergency department, Naval Hospital. My name is Dr. Munib Ali Khan. I'm a dentist in Pakistan. I've accompanied my wife, who's an anesthetist, as a registrar in Cork University Hospital.
I'm Sharoz. I'm working in Lord's Hospital in acute medicine department as a SHO.
My name is Alhamdulillah. I'm a neonatal and pediatric registrar in the Coombs Women Hospital. I've been here for more than 7 years in Ireland, and I graduated from Medical College of Pakistan.
My name is Dr. Umar Iqbal. I'm working as an anesthetic in Cork University Hospital from last October.
Everyone can please come in here.
My name is Tanveer Ahmed. I'm a graduate of Khyber Medical College, Peshawar, batch of 2019. I've been here for 2 years now, and I'm working as a year 1 basic specialty training in general medicine at Conley Hospital.
My name is Amir Hamza. I am on the CPSP training scheme. This is my second year. I'm working as a reg anesthetics in CUH.
Hi, my name is Dr. Farouk. I'm working as a cardiology registrar in University Hospital. I've been here for 20 months, so if anyone need any help, they can contact me.
मेरा नाम डॉक्टर साहब खान है और मैं कार्डियोलॉजी रजिस्ट्रार वर्किंग यूनिवर्सिटी हॉस्पिटल में लास्ट 5
मैं वर्ल्ड गरीब लोड हॉस्पिटल नोएडा में काम करता हूँ एज एन एस्थेटिक रज. दिस इज माय सेकंड ईयर.
Request people who are standing can come inside actually. There's enough space.
नहीं वो नहीं
आ सकते हैं यहाँ पे लेफ्ट साइड पे सामने आ जाए.
फिर आगे आए ना आगे चल
अंदर आ जाए यार प्लीज अंदर आए.
Our female colleagues, please take a seat.
अंदर आ जाए.
तमाम लोग जो बाहर हैं उनको प्लीज आप अंदर आ जाइए, यहाँ पे आ जाइए, आगे आ जाइए.
We would request everyone standing outside, please come inside. And I would request our male colleagues to please accommodate and give a seat to our female colleagues. Who's the next one? Where we are in introduction, please? On the left end. We will restart where we left from the list of our speakers. The next one is a very important aspect. I would request people to settle in and
जो अभी एंटर आए हैं उनसे इंट्रोडक्शन करवा लें. Give another few minutes and
Okay.
then we'll
That's
go back
fine.
to the.
so whoever hasn't got a chance to introduce herself or himself, please raise your hand and we can start the queue from there, one by one.
My name is Furkan. I am an anesthetic graduate in Mercy Hospital in Cork, and I'm very glad that I'm here today.
My name is Hasnan Ali. I'm working as a GP in Cork for last 4 months.
Anybody who's left हो गया.
Anybody who has introduced himself or herself yet, please?
Nobody else is here. I think that's it.
कोई और रह गया है जिनका इंट्रोडक्शन नहीं हुआ है, प्लीज. दिस इज द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ.
Dr. Tariq is one of our senior colleagues in PEDS. आप अपना बता दें.
तारिक साहब आप अपना इंट्रोडक्शन करा दें. सब लोग अपना बारी बारी इंट्रोडक्शन करवा रहे थे.
मेरा नाम मोहम्मद तारिक है. I'm one of pediatric consultant in Irish Hospital और financial assistant for medical student in Ireland उस chapter को read करता हूँ.
So now I would request our next speaker, Dr. Farkhanda Kassar, to talk about the challenges related to family life in Ireland.
Assalamualaikum everyone. So as you can see, I hope, can everyone hear me? Assalamualaikum everyone. Well, you can see the biggest challenge of working in Ireland with a family is, of course, you have to manage your children on your own. You don't have any, amma, abba, or sister to take care of your kids. So that's one of the biggest challenges. When I started working here, so, like I was saying, when I started working here, this was one of the biggest challenges for me because I didn't know how, where to send my kids, what to do. If I want to work, if I want to continue my career, there was a time where I thought maybe I should leave my career, just stay at home and, take care of my kids. Because obviously यहाँ पे आके हमें ये बहुत feel होता है कि अगर बच्चों को हमने बिल्कुल ही इसी culture में छोड़ दिया तो पता नहीं क्या हो जाएगा. तो I'd say there is a lot of support here. That's one thing. There are different ways of managing according to the age of your children, according to your level of satisfaction, whatever satisfies you. So what I found was, like, first of all, there is creches. There's a lot of creches here, but the biggest problem there is there's no vacancy. Whenever you apply, anyone here who has kids would know it's the most difficult thing to find a vacancy in a creche. But if you do find one, and it's my own personal experience, this is one of the best options that you could have. Because number one is, it's a very secure environment. It's an environment where there are people who are trained better than us, who know how to take care of kids in a proper way, in a disciplined way, My daughter, she's come here with me. Her name is Isa. She has gone to a creche when she was very young. She started going when she was 15 months old, and she went for about 5 months. I noticed very good changes in her. She became more confident. She became more independent. हमारे यहाँ ये culture होता है कि हम बच्चे को बहुत ज़्यादा pamper करते हैं. इतना बड़े बच्चे हो जाते हैं मुझसे खाना नहीं खा सकते. She started eating on her own when she was just 1.5 years old, and that was because she was going to the creche. So those are the good things that the kids learn from there. And the timings, there are flexible timings, because flexible in the sense that, like, long timings, they start at 7:30 in the morning and they can go on till 6:30. Those are the timings mostly. Age of the children, there are some creches which accept children from 6 months onwards. Mostly creches accept kids from 1 year onwards. So that's the good thing, with our job timings, we can adjust those things about picking, about dropping the kids, about picking them up. But if you feel that you haven't been able to find any vacancy in a creche, what's the next best option? There are options about au pairs. Has anyone here heard about the word au pair? Yeah. Because when I was discovering on my own, I was trying to find out there are different ways. Au pair is actually, it's a live-in person, a person who lives in your home. And there are a lot of people who come from Europe. They're young, basically youngsters. They're like girls below the age of 30, and they can live in your home. They can take care of your kids. You just have to give them some pocket money. So it's not the equivalent of a minimum wage, like, per hour. There's downsides to that. I've also tried that option. The downsides are obviously, there is someone coming from a very different culture living in your home, and it's difficult to adjust. You may not be comfortable with their dressing or with with the way whatever they're eating and stuff like that. So, but the good thing is, is the timing. You know, they are living in your home, so if you're on call as well, so they can take care of your kids when you're not at home. And obviously there's a thing, you know, you have to develop that level of trust to be able to leave your kids with them. So that's one downside. But obviously once you have that level of trust, the next thing is, you know, the good thing is obviously the timings. You know, they're there with you in your home all the time, taking care of the kids, whether the kids need to be dropped to school, brought back, you know, from school, all that sort of thing. So that's the other option. Then there's the option of a nanny, and that is the current option that I have at the moment. Nanny is somebody, you know, she can come to your home in the morning and she can leave in the evening, so she won't be staying there all the time. It's obviously very expensive because, you know, you have to give the minimum wage for that, which is if you're keeping someone for 8 or 10 hours and you're paying them maybe 13 or 14 euros per hour, so it is expensive. But, you know, it's good in the sense that, you know, nanny is somebody who's more experienced compared to an au pair, because au pair is somebody, you know, who's just like maybe somebody out of school and they're looking for a job. They're not that experienced in taking care of kids, whereas nanny is somebody who would have childcare qualifications, would be more experienced in taking care of children. So that's that. And then there's the option of childminder. With childminders, what happens is you are leaving your children in somebody's home. That was the option that I found the most difficult to do, and I have not done that myself so far, because when you're leaving your kids, you don't know, because it's not really in a way like a crash is. With a crash, it's a more systematic environment. In a childminder's home, you don't know for sure, you know, what they're doing with their children, whether, you know, they're you know, doing everything properly as it should be. But if you manage to find someone that you can trust and, you know, you think that they would be able to take care of your children in a proper way, then childminder, you know, would be the way to go about. So like, these were just some of the things that I wanted to share, because when you're working here, especially, you know, somebody mentioned about house husband as well. So it's not just women here who are taking care of children, it's also the men. And when both them, you know, husband and wife are working and they have to take care of their children at the same time as working, there are options there. They just need to be explored. And it is definitely better than in Pakistan. मतलब एक अनपढ़ गवार बंदी के पास बच्चे छोड़ के जा सकते हैं पाकिस्तान में, तो यहाँ पढ़े लिखे लोगों के पास क्यों नहीं छोड़ के जा सकते? जो आप, मतलब मुझे लगता है कि हमसे बेहतर हमारे बच्चों का ख्याल रख रहे होते हैं अगर वो वाकई child care qualifications उन्होंने की होती हैं. I have learned a lot from my nanny, the one who comes to take care of my children. So there's definitely ways of doing it, but at the end of the day, like, I brought my daughter with me today because I wanted to spend time with her, because when I'm working, I barely get to see her 1 or 2 hours in a day on weekdays. So this is weekend, I wanted to spend time with her. So there's that mom guilt which is always there and that'll never go away. वो चीज़ तो है ही है, और आप, you know, at the end of the day, you're just doing your best, you're trying to manage your career as well as being a mom or a dad in this country. But there are a lot of supports. I won't take too much time here because, you know, there are other people that are going to talk about more about the workplace, you know, but I wanted to share this because I want to encourage all the people, all the ladies especially, because it's very difficult for us to leave our kids at home and go to work. But it is doable. You know, that's what I want to say. It is doable. We just have to stretch ourselves to our maximum. You know, हम जॉब भी बहुत अच्छी तरह से करने की कोशिश करते हैं, घर आके घर को भी देखते हैं, बच्चों को भी देखते हैं, but we are super women and we can't do it. And I would say that for the men as well, because men, when they come to Ireland, they change. पाकिस्तान में जैसे भी हो, यहाँ पे आके सब help करते हैं. So that's all I want to say, and thank you so much. We're all here. And about AIPPS, I just want to say this is home away from home, because I have been with this society for the last few years. यहाँ आके जितनी support मुझे मिली है, मतलब हमारे कितने seniors हैं यहाँ पे, और Dr. Lika especially, he's done so much for all of us. I got BST after all the reforms that Dr. Lika introduced. And then all of us, you know, there might be people who are here who got stamp 4 so easily because of what Dr. Lika and the rest of the team were doing. So AIPPS is a great organization. I would encourage everyone to join this. It's for our own good, because हमें connections मिलेंगे, हमें guidance मिलेगी, and we're all learning. So, you know, we can learn from you guys, you can learn from us, and we can grow as a society as a society in and abroad. Like, it is abroad, it is not home. Ireland is not home, but we have to make it home. And I would say we can all do it together. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Farkhanda. And as Dr. Farkhanda said, it is a very helpful forum. You can join us. We have left a QR code on the back screen. You can scan it and join our WhatsApp group. And all the mothers who need any information can directly contact Dr. Farkhanda as well. And I would take this opportunity to appreciate all the working mothers. Can we clap them for them? So our next speaker and next topic is very important, logistics. How we will come here, how we will arrive somewhere, how we will commute, how we will find our accommodation. And Dr. Ethasham is the best person to inform and give information on this. Thank you so much. And Dr. Wakas as well, please.
Assalamualaikum. सबको वेलकम, खुशामदीद। हो सकता है मैं वही वाहिद स्पीकर हूँ जो सिर्फ उर्दू में बात करे, तो ये स्पेयर विद मी। मैंने बेसिकली बड़ी ब्रीफ सी बात करनी है। रेंटिंग जो यहाँ पे क्राइसिस है, इवन बिफोर वी कम हियर, हम पाकिस्तान में होते हैं, फिर भी हम कोशिश कर रहे होते हैं कि हम किस तरह से रेंट आउट कर लें प्लेस। पाकिस्तान से बैठ के यहाँ पे रेंट करना बहुत मुश्किल है। जो यहाँ पे लैंडलॉर्ड हैं वो आपका रेफरेंस चाहते हैं, वो आपसे पैसे चाहते हैं, वो आपसे एडवांस चाहते हैं, वो सिक्योर करना चाहते हैं कि आप वाकई आएंगे और कल कहीं और नहीं चले जाएंगे। तो बहुत मुश्किल है कि यहाँ पे आने से पहले अकोमोडेशन अरेंज करना। तो उसमें हम भी कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि हम हमारे नुमाइंदे हैं एप्स के, हर छोटे हॉस्पिटल वाले या बड़े हॉस्पिटल वाले सिटी में, जो कि आपको हेल्प कर सकते हैं। आपकी बेस पे जाके घर को व्यू कर सकते हैं, आपकी बेस पे लैंडलॉर्ड से बात कर सकते हैं, आपको पर्सनल रेफरेंसेस दे सकते हैं और वो जाके देख सकते हैं कि अगर उनके अकाउंट के थ्रू या किसी तरह से वो आपकी उनकी बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट कर दें या कम से कम सिक्योरिटी या कुछ डिपॉजिट कर दें, ताकि वो लैंडलॉर्ड जो कि इनसिक्योर हैं कि ये लोग यहाँ पे आके घर लेंगे कि नहीं, उनको हम लोग टैकल कर सकें। रेंटिंग अ हाउस हमेशा ही मुश्किल रहा है आयरलैंड में। I've been here from the last 10 years now. I didn't introduce myself. मेरा नाम इत्तिशाम यूसुफ है। मैं किलकैनी में नेक्स्ट मंथ एज अ पीडियाट्रिक कंसल्टेंट ज्वाइन कर रहा हूँ। और फ्रॉम द डे वन मुझे भी बहुत मसला हुआ है। इवन पर्सनली मैं अपनी फैमिली के साथ ड्रोहेडा में रहता था फॉर द लास्ट 2023 पूरा साल, और मुझे डबलिन में अकोमोडेशन नहीं मिल सकी। मुझे रोज़ कम्यूट करना पड़ा, जो कि कम्यूटेबल था, लेकिन विद द ट्रैफिक इट कैन बी अ बिग हैसल। सो ये हमेशा से एक बिग प्रॉब्लम होगी। ये टॉपिक हमेशा से ही डिफरेंट होगा और डिफिकल्ट होगा, स्पेशली विद द रिसेंट रिफ्यूजी स्टेटस फ्रॉम यूक्रेन। अभी इन्फ्लक्स यूक्रेन रिफ्यूजीज का इतना ज़्यादा हो गया है कि अभी घरों को अकोमोडेशन को ढूंढना बहुत मुश्किल है। रिसोर्सेज का आपको पता ही है, daft.ai, rent.ai। तो आप देखते हैं दो वेबसाइट्स हैं। डाफ्ट पे एक ऑप्शन आती है, अगर आप अपनी सर्च को फेवरेट में ले जाके उसको मतलब सेव कर लें, तो आपको जैसे ही कोई नया रेंट पे हाउस लगता है या अकोमोडेशन लगती है आपके एरिया में, वो फ़ौरन से आपको नोटिफिकेशन आता है और आप उस पर फ़ौरन से रिएक्ट कर सकते हैं। क्योंकि यहाँ पे इतनी एप्लीकेशंस हैं, अगर आप कोई भी घर निकाल के देखें तो थाउजेंड्स ऑफ व्यूज़ आते हैं, लोगों ने ईमेल्स ऑलरेडी कर दी होती हैं। एज सुन एज पॉसिबल आप ईमेल करें तो आपको वो फर्स्ट 15, 20, 30 लोगों की ईमेल की लिस्ट को रिस्पॉन्ड करते हैं, बाकियों को नहीं करते। दैट्स वन थिंग। फेसबुक पे एक है मार्केट प्लेस के नाम से एक सेक्शन है, दैट इज़ वेरी हेल्पफुल फॉर अकोमोडेशन, स्पेशली अगर आप सिंगल हैं और आपको पूरा घर नहीं चाहिए तो रूम रेंट वहाँ पे इजीली मिल जाता है। द अदर रिसोर्सेज आई विल टॉक अबाउट इज़, आप अपने हॉस्पिटल के HR को ईमेल करें, उनसे बात करें। जो चेंज ओवर में लोग जा रहे हैं, वर्ड ऑफ माउथ, दैट इज़ द मोस्ट एफिशिएंट वे कि आपका कोई कोलीग छोड़ के जा रहा है हॉस्पिटल सिटी, तो आप वर्ड ऑफ माउथ थ्रू द कम्युनिटी, थ्रू द चेंज ओवर पीपल, आप उनसे कांटेक्ट करें, उनसे घर ले लें, वो आपके लैंडलॉर्ड को आपकी सिफारिश कर देंगे, आपके लिए आसान हो जाएगा। हम इसके लिए हर साल 200 से 300 लोग हमें रिस्पॉन्ड करते हैं, हम लिस्ट बनाते हैं इस ईयर डॉक्टर रिजवान इसको लीड कर रहे थे, लास्ट ईयर मैंने लीड किया। जो रीलोकेशन ऑफ द डॉक्टर्स इन आयरलैंड अंडर एप्स हम एक पेज देते हैं, उसमें हम लोगों से कहते हैं कि अपने घर के बारे में, अपार्टमेंट के बारे में डिटेल्स, रेंट बताएं, अपना फ़ोन नंबर दें और आप बताएं किस सिटी से आप किस सिटी मूव कर रहे हैं, कौन से घर कहाँ पे हाल ही हो रहे हैं, और काफ़ी लोग आपस में रब्ता करते हैं। दैट इज़ द मोस्ट इफेक्टिव वे सो फार। फिर भी डिफ़िकल्ट है और वेरी चैलेंजिंग है। दूसरी मैं थोड़ी सी बात करूँगा कि वीज़ाज़ की बात कोई और सेक्शन कोई और बंदा कवर करेगा, लेकिन मैं ये ज़रूर कहूँगा कि अगर आप फैमिली के साथ हैं, आप वीज़ा हमेशा फैमिली के साथ अप्लाई करें। फैमिली का वीज़ा अगर आप बाद में अप्लाई करेंगे उसमें 8 माह से 12 माह लगते हैं, लेकिन आप अगर आपकी अकोमोडेशन आपकी सॉर्टेड नहीं है तो आप फैमिली को साथ मत लेके आएँ। ये लोग बहुत सफ़र करते हैं मेंटली। आपको रिलैक्स होना न्यू जॉब में बहुत ज़रूरी है। सिस्टम नया है, आप अपना 100% नहीं दे सकते, फंस जाते हैं। अगर आपकी अकोमोडेशन की प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, फैमिली को आप ले आए हैं घर में, किसी किसी कमरा किराए पे लेके आप रह रहे हैं, तो इट्स वेरी चैलेंजिंग एंड डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन। ठीक है। लास्टली मैं इस पे बात करूँगा कि ट्रैवल इन आयरलैंड आपको पता होना चाहिए। आयरिश वेदर इज़ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल व्हेन इट कैन बी ब्यूटीफुल, और वेरी नेक्स्ट सेकेंड इट कैन बी वेरी रेनी एंड विंडी। तो हमेशा जब आप ट्रैवल करें प्लान बना के अपने जैकेट, कपड़े, अपने ट्रैवल रूट, इसका ध्यान रखें। देयर आर मैनी वेबसाइट्स, ट्रांसपोर्ट फॉर आयरलैंड, आयरिश रेल, ये इनकी बस और रेल सर्विस स्पेशली कनेक्टिंग टू द सेंटर डबलिन अच्छी है। दूसरे सिटीज़ की आपस में इतनी अच्छी ना हो, लेकिन डबलिन आना जाना आसान है। उसको पहले से मैनेज करके आएँ। आपको पता होना चाहिए इस मुल्क में 9999 और 112 एमरजेंसी नंबर्स हैं, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। अभी कम्युनिटी में ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड तो हम लोग तो ठीक हैं। जैसे डॉक्टर रसूल कह रहे थे, अगर हम अच्छे हैं तो लोग हमें अच्छा कहेंगे, अगर हम कोई काम बुरा करते हैं तो पूरा कंट्री ब्लेम लेता है। लेकिन आजकल हालात ऐसे वोलाटाइल हो गए हैं कि ओरिजिनल इंसिडेंट इतना बड़ा नहीं होता, लेकिन जो मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन है उससे रिएक्शन काफ़ी ज़्यादा। लास्ट ईयर डबलिन में रोटंडा के साथ वाली स्ट्रीट में इंसिडेंट हुआ था स्टबिंग का। यूके में, ऑल ओवर आयरलैंड के अलावा ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड सॉरी, ऐसे इंसिडेंट हो रहे हैं। तो उसके रिएक्शन के तौर पे जो फसादात होते हैं, उसके लिए अपना जर्नी प्लान करें। आपको पता होना चाहिए आप कहाँ जा रहे हैं, कैसे जा रहे हैं। दिस नो हार्म बीइंग केयरफुल, पैनिक नहीं होना, कोई केओस नहीं होना। बड़ा पीसफुल और लविंग कंट्री है, लेकिन वी हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल अबाउट आवर ट्रैवल। लास्टली ये कि आपने जब आना है इस वेदर में, इस मुल्क में रहना है, तो लर्निंग ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस एज सून एज पॉसिबल अप्लाई करें। पाकिस्तान में ऐसा होता है कि ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस के बाद विद इन 3 मंथ्स आपने फुल लाइसेंस लेना होता है, नहीं तो वो कैंसिल हो जाता है। यहाँ पे उल्टा है। यहाँ पे अगर आपने ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस लर्नर ले लिया, उसके बाद 6 माह आप फुल लाइसेंस के लिए अप्लाई ही नहीं कर सकते। तो अगर आपने गाड़ी 1, 2, 3 साल बाद जाके लेनी है, लेकिन फिर भी आपको पता है कि आपने लेनी है डाउन द लाइन, तो लर्नर लाइसेंस एज सुन एज पॉसिबल है। अगर आप पाकिस्तान से आ रहे हैं तो इंटरनेशनल लाइसेंस या फिर नॉर्मल लाइसेंस को ही आप यूज़ करके अपने 12 लेसन के बजाय 6 लेसन पे आ सकते हैं। उसके लिए एक आपको लेटर ऑफ रिकॉग्निशन चाहिए होता है अपने लोकल ट्रैफिक लाइसेंस ऑफिस से। अगर मज़ीद इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए हुई तो हम लोग इसमें आपको मज़ीद गाइड करेंगे, लेकिन वर्क ऑन योर ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस, अपनी कन्वेंस लें। आपकी मेंटल लाइफ, आपकी फिजिकल लाइफ, आपका आना जाना, आपकी लोगों से मिलना, कम्युनिकेट करना, कम्युनिटी से मिलना, दोस्तों से मिलना, आपकी लाइफ आसान हो जाएगी। आपका यहाँ पे आइसोलेशन का जो मसला है वो सॉल्व हो जाएगा। एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर हैविंग मी एंड वेलकम एवरीबॉडी। एंड हम इसको एज हर एक्सेलेंसी आयशा मैडम कह रही थी कि हम इसको रेगुलर बेस पे एवरी 6 मंथ न्यू डॉक्टर्स कम टू आयरलैंड, तो हम इसको हर 6 माह कम से कम कोशिश करेंगे कि इस तरह के ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंडर डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को अपने अम्ब्रेला में लेके या उनके साथ मिलकर कोलैबोरेट करके हम ये रेगुलरली आपसे आगाही की मुहिम चलाते रहें। बहुत शुक्रिया डॉक्टर वकास।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा नाम डॉक्टर वकास है। आई एम फ्रॉम ड्रोइडा हॉस्पिटल, वर्किंग एज सीजर रजिस्ट्रार एंड एग्जीक्यूटिव काउंसिल मेंबर ऑफ एप्स। उन्होंने मोस्टली चीज़ें कवर कर दी हैं, ऑलमोस्ट 90%। उसमें फ्यू चीज़ें हैं कि एप्स के प्लेटफॉर्म में हमारे कुछ, अगर आप ग्रुप ज्वाइन करेंगे तो उसमें कुछ सब ग्रुप्स हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल रीलोकेशन सपोर्ट प्रोग्राम, तो उस पर हम ना एक फॉर्म शेयर करते हैं अगेन अगेन। एवरीबॉडी हुज लिविंग सम प्लेस, वो अपना नाम और उसकी जो 1 बेडरूम 2 बेडरूम डिटेल्स और फ़ोन नंबर जोड़ते हैं। पिछले 6 मंथ में 204 लोगों ने वो एक्सचेंज किया है एप्स के प्लेटफॉर्म से, 204 डॉक्टर्स। It's a small country, and considering the number of doctors who are relocating every 6 months, it's a big number for us. And उससे पहले भी रिजवान भाई लिख कर रहे थे लास्ट ईयर, significant number of people have exchanged their accommodation with that. So इसमें ये रिक्वेस्ट ये है कि अगर आप छोड़ रहे हैं, अगर आपको कहीं और मिल भी गई है, आपको कोई जानने वाला है, still it's better to put your number and accommodation details. It will help the newcomers and also the who are relocating to other places. ठीक है, तो इसमें एक ये चीज़ है। दूसरी चीज़ है, आपको अकोमोडेशन से रिलेटेड जितने भी क्वेरीज हैं, क्वेश्चन हैं, ऐप्स के प्लेटफॉर्म पे आप फ्रीली किसी भी टाइम पूछ सकते हैं। हमारे बहुत से कुलीग जैसे हैं जो उसका बड़ा अप्रोप्रिएट और एग्जैक्ट रिप्लाई करते हैं विद इन टाइम, बजाय इसके कि आप यहाँ पे कोई मिसगाइड हों। तीसरी आम चीज़ जो डाउट वगैरह से जो होती है आजकल जो लोग फेस कर रहे हैं न्यू अकोमोडेशन के लिए, वो है ऑनलाइन व्यूइंग और ऑनलाइन पेमेंट और वीडियो व्यूइंग। उसमें ज़्यादातर स्कैम्स होते हैं और उनमें मोस्टली बंदा यही कहता है आई एम इन यूके, तो हम आपको वीडियो व्यूइंग करा देंगे, आप पैसे भेज दें। और मार्केट रेट से फॉर एग्जांपल इफ इट्स 1700 मार्केट रेट, ही विल भी आपको 100-150 कम दे रहा होगा, तो बड़ा अच्छा लगता है, लोकेटिव लगता है, लेकिन दे आर मोस्टली स्कैम्स अनटिल अनलेस यू व्यू द अकोमोडेशन और सम ऑफ योर फ्रेंड व्यू द अकोमोडेशन इन पर्सन। तो हमारे हर हॉस्पिटल में तकरीबन हैं हमारे लोग, ऐप्स के लोग हैं, आप ही लोग हैं सारे मुख्तलिफ प्लेसेस पे, तो वो आपके लिए जाके देख सकते हैं। लोगों ने पेमेंट्स भी किए हैं, देखे भी हैं, सर्टिफिकेट्स भी दिए हैं और रेफरेंसेस भी दिए, उससे बड़ा हेल्प हो जाता है। तो आपके न्यू आने वालों के लिए आप इससे पूरा फ़ायदा लें, लेकिन जब आपका टाइम है आप चेंज ओवर करें तो डू फिल दैट फॉर्म ताकि दूसरे लोगों की हेल्प हो सके। दैट्स इट, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you so much, Dr. Tisham and Dr. Vikas. Very practical aspects. So now I would like to invite Dr. Rizwan to talk about ethical and cultural challenges we face in Ireland.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum everyone. मेरा नाम है इस्फान है। I'm here from the last 8 or 9 years, and I'm working as a general practitioner after completing 4 years of training. So first of all, I would like to welcome everyone, especially the new people who came to the island on the behalf of AIPPS, which is the Association of Irish Pakistani Physicians and Surgeons. And this association, as many of the other speakers have mentioned, has done a tremendous work for the doctor community. And I would also like to thank Her Excellency Aisha Faruqi and for providing this platform, and which is our second home. And definitely we also expect and we like to continue the same kind of effort in the future. Other speakers have already mentioned about the ethical and especially Dr. Salman that what we face and what we have. So first of all, we need to recognize what kind of differences do exist. So we should be proud what we have, and we also need to recognize what difference exists and what we can do to fit in very well in this system. And every day should be better as compared to the yesterday. So as we know that we are more than 250 million people in Pakistan, and here is almost 5.6 millions. And predominantly is a religious difference that our population is almost 96% is Muslims and here is Christians. And the main cultural values that we differ in back home, the main thing is a collectivity. But here the main emphasis on the personal individual. What the personal individual think, what he has the rights, what he need to know. So that's the difference. We need to focus on the personal identity and also the personal rights. So that's the main difference that does exist in the both cultures. And the second thing is the traditional gender roles. In our society, we know that males are dominant, but here the main emphasis is equality in both genders. And we need to keep in mind that whoever is the gender, either male, female, or even the other genders, everyone is equal. From the cultural practices point of view, in Pakistan, it's mainly hierarchy structure. In wherever you go and wherever, especially as we belong from the health profession, there is a professor, assistant, associate, and what
or the difference of the opinion you can talk about easily with the respect, but also can discuss and give your feedback, which will be appreciated. Then let's have a quick look on the communication style that we normally face. On our culture, communication is in the form of indirect and high contacts. But here is direct and low context, but straightforward and clear. So as compared to moving around and around, we should be clear and straightforward and concise what we are talking about. Especially when we are communicating with the patients, that's a very important point. And open expression and opinion is also very emphasized. And expressing the disagreement. So we might not have seen the culture before as we have worked in the hospitals, but here even if you disagree but maintaining the respect, you can put your point forward in the social meetings and also in your hospital meeting that if you don't agree but maintain the respect. And then is the feedback giving. So normally, previously the feedback is in the form of indirect. But here we can give a direct and constructive feedback, which is a little bit of difference from the previous one. Then the workplace structure. Previously in Pakistan, like I have worked in hospital for 5 or 6 years after the graduation, it's mostly according to that hierarchy which is set up in every place. But in these hospitals, it's mostly flat structure. Even we have seen the same work that SHO do, might be SHO is doing a little bit more, but the professor is also doing the same. We have a senior professor and senior people who are sitting here. They might be coming early, 7:30 or 8 and leaving late because they know that one of the SHO or the registrar might not appear, or they might leave early because they have recently known that they have to finish at 5 o'clock. So definitely we should respect all of that and be honest. Next is the teamwork. Previously we have been not used to develop as a team, but here whole strength of the system is on the teamwork. And teamwork does not constitute only the doctors. Teamwork is, we call it here as multidisciplinary teams. Multidisciplinary teams that involves all the people who are involved in the patient care. And some of my colleagues, they might have seen that we have a multidisciplinary meetings every other day. And that does have the very positive impact on the patient care. And then a very important point is the punctuality. The punctuality to come at the right time and do their job with the honesty. Whatever you have the honesty for your own personality, also develop the same honesty for the people. And that's the way that we can develop the respect, and that's the way we can satisfy each other and also for us. Then work-life balance. Definitely, as compared to if you build up your future back home where the people, they work at 2 different places, first in the initially government sector, then everyone would love to have the long practice, even 12 midnight. And the people, they consider it a very successful practice if someone is working till 12 midnight. But if you see from this angle, that's not the successful life, to be honest. Because your health and mental well-being is also the same important as for the patients that you are looking after. So also do focus on the work-life balance. All of us, we know that we are also here, especially the new people, that they want to earn the money to do more calls, but also look after yourself and have some kind of work-life balance. And then conflict resolution. If anything arises as compared, it's going to come to the surface next day or the day after. So it's always be truthful whatever we do. As a human beings, all of us, especially in the start, there can be little bit of conflict just because of the misunderstanding. This understanding happens because of the mindset. Previously, when I came, when you ask someone, especially the nurses, because back at home the nurses have been asked to do and not to contribute in any way. But here they have the more autonomy, and in a simple and old language they are being considered mothers of the patients, because each one know a lot better as compared to the doctor, because doctor come for the quick around and that's it. But what's going on, and sometimes they might not share with the doctor, but we can have a very positive feedback from the nurses and the other health staff who are looking after the people. So it's better to develop a very good relationship as compared to just thinking about that they are the nurses. No. So they are the part of the team and their feedback is more important as compared to us. So it's better to develop an approach that can have a multidisciplinary approach. So change the mindset that we have seen before. Unfortunately, even from the seniors who have been professors over there, that whatever is the word comes from them, that's the final word. But here many of us we have seen, and many of them you are going to see that this is a new environment. Everyone is working so hard from morning till evening. Then patient-doctor relationship. In the patient-doctor relationship, the main basic bond is honesty and openness and clear communication. Every patient has a right to know what is going on, and it is our right to explain what is going on. You are going to be surprised in the near future what the patient know, and you might even not know it. Because when they come for the meeting, they might have read almost 100 pages to have the discussion on the topic, and as being the doctor, you might not even know it. So it's better to prepare and discuss with them very openly, and that's the way we can develop the respect and we can develop the good confidence among the patients. I remember one day I was having a family meeting when I was working as a specialist registrar, and the patient was terminal patient, and her daughter asked me that, "Doc, do you think what you are trying to explain, you will do the same for your own mother?" I said, yes. If we develop the same thought that what we are doing, we will also do almost the same by keeping the emotions on the side. So that's the way we can look after the patients and also can justify our professions. And then patient privacy, as other speakers have also explained. So patient privacy and GDPR is very important, and we all need to know what are the guidelines that we need to adhere, because everything is confidential and every patient has a right that they can complain if the privacy is not maintained. Even sometimes some foreigner doctors, even when they print the list in the morning, they might drop on the way back going back home. So, and the doctor name would be on the last line, and everyone can see who has dropped the list. And even some people have been reported to going into the shopping into the scrubs. So these simple things does have a lot of impact because the people think if someone is coming out of the hospital in the scrubs, that's not a nice gesture. And the second thing is we are spreading the infections. So everything from the patient point of view and also from the feedback point of view, we should keep in mind. There are a lot of things we can keep going, and hopefully we will also have in the near future a lot of other same kind of meetings with Her Excellency's collaboration. And also we are planning to start at the local places. And best of luck to all the newcomers, and thank you so much for attending.
Thank you so much. We will stop telling you what to do, what not to do. For the next speaker, we'll maybe talk about your interest, why you came here from Ireland for a better career. So Dr. Javed will talk about career progression. Okay, please, Dr. Javed. Thank you.
Mr. President, dear colleagues, Assalamu alaikum. I will talk shortly about the progression in our career. I will give you my example. I came here in 2014 as a junior doctor like most of you, and in exactly 5 years I become consultant. So this is the prayers of parents and hard work and focus, how to progress and how to achieve your goal. You should be very focused. Progress in our field is to become a consultant, I would say. And simple way is that you come as a registrar or SHO and you become a consultant. So there are 3 ways to become a consultant. I will give you a brief idea, but my number is on the website, so you can directly ask me later any advice if you need. So first one is alternative pathway, which I did. And in this pathway there we need 5 years to do our rotations in different hospitals or in different fields. For example, in our field, in pediatrics, you should know that which is the hardest task you are going to take. For example, neonatal is very difficult to get the job. So you should start working from the start that I have to get neonate. So once you get a neonate in a teaching hospital, you think that you are 80% consultant. So I did the same way. I came here in Tralee, I landed in Tralee, and I saw that this is not a way to progress. I cannot progress while staying in Tralee. I have many colleagues like who are staying in Tralee for 15 years and they are still registrar, but I moved from there. I came to Limerick, I came to Dublin, I started digging that how I should progress. So I started neonates. I applied every year to the neonates, and eventually after 3 years I got a job in neonate. Then my progress started. So this is how to choose your different subspecialties. The other is to get BST and HST, which is very competitive, and it is straightforward. You get BST, you get HST, and you become a consultant. Third is the Caesar pathway. Like you complete all your paperwork and you send it to GMC in UK, and then they recognize you as a consultant, and then you can work as a consultant in this country. There are different courses, so you have to be very smart. You have to start your courses, you have to finish your courses well in time, you have to do some audits, some research. At the end of the day, you have to apply your application. I would advise you just to apply your application at least 6 months before you are completing your rotations, and then eventually you become a consultant. मैं अपने अक्सर जूनियर्स को एनकरेज करने के लिए एक ही बात कहता हूँ कि देखिए, मैं डेरा गाजी खान जो कि एक बहुत रिमोट एरिया, वहाँ से उठकर यहाँ पे आया और एक डिपार्टमेंट का हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट बन गया लिमरिक में, इमरजेंसी डिपार्टमेंट का. तो ये कोई इतना मुश्किल नहीं है. अगर मैं कर सकता हूँ तो आप सब लोग कर सकते हैं. सिर्फ ये है कि आपको फोकस होना चाहिए, आपके गोल्स क्लियर होने चाहिए, हाउ यू हैव टू अप्रोच दिस वे. और मैं आपका ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लूँगा. जो नए लोग हैं उनके लिए और मौके की मुनासबत से मुझे कुछ शेर याद आए हैं. तो हमारा क्या है कि हम तो चिराग शब की तरह, अगर जलेबी से इतनी रोशनी होगी जैसे तुम अंधेरों की राह में जुगनू, जरा सी देर को चमके चमक के खो जाए. अब इसके बाद तुम्हारे लिए हैं रंग सभी, सभी रुतें, सभी मौसम तुम्ही से महकेंगे, तमाम नक्श तुम्ही को संवारना होंगे, लगो गई जब्त की निश्तक उतारना होंगे. और वो यूं भी है कि हौसले अगर सलामत हैं, बहुत कठिन भी नहीं रह गुजर दश्ते जुनूं, यही कि आबला पाई से जी न घबराए, जुर्रतों की मुशक्कत से दिल न घबराए, कोई तो तबल बजे मक्तले हयात सजे, तो हर कदम पर लहू की सबील जारी हो, दिलों से दर्द का सीमा इस तरह उठे, निशाते कर्द का आलम फिजा पे तार.
Thank you so much for refreshing us. Our next speaker would be Dr. Anam Zara. She would talk about workplace challenges. Please, Dr. Anam Zara.
Hi everybody and welcome. My name is Anam Zara. I am the psychiatry BST trainee working in Cork and Kerry Mental Health Services. First of all, it's a very great opportunity for everybody who are here and for all the new doctors. Thank you so much, Her Highness, and also our President. Association of Irish Pakistani Surgeons and Physicians is actually kind of a family platform where they encourage all the new doctors who come, they can come and ask questions that how they can progress. As just now Dr. Javed have mentioned that whatever you want to do, you should be specific in your goal, and obviously you can get all the information and guidance from our seniors here. This is how I got my guidance for getting into the training. And the topic that I'm going to discuss today is workplace-based challenges. So first of all, the system, healthcare system is actually very different in Pakistan, and when you come here, it's kind of a initially icebreaker kind of a thing because you don't know how different things work here. The most important thing is communication and privacy. Communication with your senior colleagues and with your team. Particularly, I would say that it's very important to communicate everything with your consultant. Second thing is the privacy of the patient, which is very, very important. So there are various situations. First, when you see a patient, there can be different areas that the patient asks you different kind of questions. First, it should be based on the patient. Like for us as immigrants, it's very common that the patient asks about our background. It's okay, we can tell them about our background. We come from this kind of country. But I always remain focused and redirect patients that it's about you. I'm here to see you, not to tell you about myself. So privacy about yourself and privacy about the patient is very important. Second thing, in Pakistan, when we were working, if there's an injury or anything like that, we do take picture of the patient's injury and share via WhatsApp or different media to our seniors to ask for advice or anything. This is not a good practice here. And this thing can lead you into very serious trouble. So just to avoid these kind of things, even if you are going to get some kind of collateral history or collateral information from your patient's family, you have to ask for a consent from the patient. If the patient says no, then it's a no. So you can't break down the confidentiality of the patient or the consent, except in very serious situations where your consultant would have told you to do it like that. Second thing is that handling difficult patients or difficult kind of challenging situations. That can be with a patient, or that can also be with your colleague, can be with another consultant. But for handling these kind of situations, it's very important to ask your consultant for supervision. I remember when I was not in training, in first few months when I came here, I was a non-consultant hospital doctor. I still asked my consultants to give me at least 1 or every 2 weekly supervision. And what the supervision means, I think the concept of supervision is nothing in Pakistan because we never had that kind of extra support from our seniors in Pakistan. But here we do have. And that actually really means that it is support. It's not only support. So ask your consultants for your supervision. And in that supervision, you can discuss about different challenging encounters. It can be with the patient, like some, unfortunately, there are very less, but some patients, they can be very rude. So and obviously it's very natural. When you come from and you are new here, you come from Pakistan, and you are alone, all alone by yourself, it can lead to an emotional turmoil. So just to avoid these kind of situations, it's very important that you ask your consultant and discuss the things with them. The other thing is that poor work-life balance. We feel like when we came here, we are only for work because we don't have a family here or there are no other things to do, but there is a lot to do. First, it's very important, and it depends on you to how to manage your work-life balance. I even try to post this as my learning outcome goal in my training, that I have to manage my workplace balance. And this is the thing that my consultants really appreciate, that you know that what are your goals. This is where your area of work is, and this is where your own life and your personal life comes, and how you are managing that bridge. Because the people who are working in A&E, in psychiatry particularly, in different specialties, when they are on the on-call rotas, it becomes very difficult for them to unwind the workplace-based kind of pressures. So that is very important. And the last thing is that job burnout. So Initially, when we come to Ireland, we are given the contract for 6 months, and we think that after 6 months it will be automatically renewed or things will happen. But it doesn't happen like that. So it's very important that you, within those 6 months, you build that kind of repute with your consultants and your clinical directors, and before even near to the end of your contract, start communicating with them that what's going on, what they think about your next contract. Because, and if in case you are burnout in that particular job and you want to switch to another department or into another hospital, or everybody has kind of links, you can get an advice from them. You can always, I feel like yourself and your consultant should be a mirror image. So you should always tell them that these are the challenges and this is what you are thinking. The last thing that I will talk about is the sick leave. I don't know anybody have covered that or not. In Pakistan, we were because there's no sick leave concept. Initially, when we come here, like it happened to me, it happened to few of my colleagues, and we discussed that when we were sick, we used to go to work because we were very guilty to ask for a sick leave. But it's not like that here. So if you are not able to work, ask for a sick leave, and in our contract it's included. We have the right to ask for a sick leave. If you will take care of yourself, only then you will be able to take care of your patients. So ask for your rights, know what are your rights, and then proceed ahead and be a goal-directed kind of a person. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would just like to add one thing. I think she already mentioned, but just my own words. Never forget 4 alphabets, which is GDPR. So even when you're sleeping, it should be in the mind, GDPR. No patient's information can never be disclosed to anyone else who is in the chain of treatment. In UK, there have been incidents where the husband opened the medical records of their own spouse, and they were like haunted by GMC about that you are not in the chain of the treatment, why you have opened those medical records. So it is very important. The rest, I think everything has been covered. I would request Dr. Daniel to share your thoughts, please. Dr. Daniel, thanks so much.
Thank you for giving me 2 minutes to speak to you. It was not the part of the agenda, but Her Excellency Madam Sahiba and the Honorable Office Bearers, I am grateful that they have allowed me to talk up. Perhaps I am the most senior one here. I came to Ireland in November 2000. Same way I was very afraid coming to a new country. Rather, it was so cold for me that I just went back into the plane. In those days, Dublin airport was not like this. There used to be just a plane parked outside and you used to walk down. And the air hostess asked me that, why have you gone back? Kya ho gaya? I said, it's too cold, I can't go out. She said, no, just get out and go out. So it was, but just to tell you, when I went to the immigration office there, the reputation of the Pakistani doctors was so good at that time. He asked me why you are here. So I said, I've come to do these exams, blah, blah, this. Okay. His next words were, welcome to our country. We need doctors like you. So at that time, the Pakistani doctors in 90s and 2000 had a very high esteem and value in this country. And people used to say, hello doctor to us when you were going to the streets. So they recognized us. And anyway, to cut the story short, like we went through the process. I was lucky to get into the SPR training scheme within 3 years, passing the membership and then became a consultant. For all of you, right from the first very day, since you are, most of them I was hearing our SHOs, our registrars, make a clear plan in your mind. First of all, let the greed go in. All of you will become rich. All of you will get money at some stage. When Allah wants, you will get it. He brought you here. Not from the first day, take this greed matter out of your head. Be focused. If you want to go to a general practice career, very good. Pediatrics, excellent. Medicine, stressful, but there's a lot of opportunities there. Similar to the subspecialty cardiology and these things. But how to get into it? The first thing that I recommend to all the younger crowd is do your exams ASAP. Whatever happens, tsunami comes, zilzala comes, whatever happens, you have to study. Try to get your part 1 before your BSc. Do a couple of audits and some research. The audits might be on something very frivolous, but they are not going to check these things and what topics are there. They just have to, because everything carries the marks in it. that like this doctor has done 3 audits, he's got 1 or 2 posters presented, he's done this and he has done that. So he's progressing up. So obviously try to do a couple of audits, try to do the exams by hook or crook, whatever way you guys want. And I'm very surprised that we were the book generation, but now even my daughter is sitting here, they read through the telephones. I don't know how they manage, you guys manage, but they read on the phones. Whatever way it is, but pass the exams first. Go apply for the BST, maintain a good relationship with everybody. As Dr. Saab has said earlier, the people are watching you. They are certainly watching you. Believe me, like few of my SHOs are here also. When I go to the morning, I get the report from the nurses, they will be very friendly with you, very quiet and polite, but they give us the report that he did this and she did that. Unfortunately, this Papa Kutni approach is very much in this country. They speak at the back of everybody. And they tell you, like, this is doing this, she was not good, he was not good. So you get the full report in the morning, early morning. So be very courteous with them. And if you are really interested in your career, whether it is a GP or to the SPR side, change your jobs after every 6 months. Don't sit in one place. I was in Kevin a long time ago, so Dr. McDermott and Dr. Hayes were there in those days. He said, Daniel, you are very good. We would like to keep you here, but we can see the potential in you. So move. And that's what they did like this. 6 months, 6 months, 6 months. So as per them, they feel that if the doctor is moving, he's dynamic. He's progressing in his career, he wants to work. Don't be, a cushy chair guy that's sitting in one place and doing this thing. Everybody would be fine. Pass your exam and do apply for the SPR. It is not out of the blues. Everybody should be given a chance, whichever subspecialty you like. I know it's a bit difficult, but you should do a couple of audits, publications. Be a proactive, dynamic kind of a doctor. Don't try to like sit back and see, theek hai, ho raha hai, koi baat nahi, bas. And don't run after money, it will come automatically. So jo extra passion I've seen in doctors, that they are too much worried about a couple of things. These things will settle down with time. तो आप सब इंशाल्लाह आ गए इधर, पढ़ें आगे और एग्जाम्स पास करें and try to progress up further and be please polite. The first lesson I learned in Ireland, somebody, Dr. Siddiqui was my consultant those days, he said this is the country of please and thank you. So please and thank you to everybody. No fight, no gali galoj, no bad words in front of them. Amongst yourself you can do whatever you can fight or whatever you like. But be courteous and portray a good image of the country. And lastly, I'll say your Ambassador Sahaba, who I know for a long time, is a very dynamic lady of the Pakistan Foreign Service. There are very few officers like her, and she has taken a lot of initiative and steps to improve her image and improve the trade here. And this is all the part of it. And she's also tried to get the Pakistani nurses here, which I know she's working behind the lines to get them in, but unfortunately her education standards are quite poor in Pakistan now. So, but Madam Sahaba is working very hard. We should always give a clap for her. Thank you. That's all I have to say. Please, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Daniel. And you very rightly said, this event is the true example of our initiatives. So thank you so much, ma'am. Now I would request Dr. Likaur Rahman, Vice President of our association, to please come and share his thoughts.
Much Dr. Muazzam and everyone here. तो 2 मिनट लूँगा और I think everybody has covered, especially Dr. Daniel. तो इसमें जो इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ है ना कि हम मेडिकल काउंसिल में इस दफ़ा हिस्ट्री हमने मेक की है. मैंने डॉक्टर नुमान नबी ने आप लोगों के वोट से हम आयरिश मेडिकल काउंसिल के काउंसिल मेंबर्स हैं. फर्स्ट नॉन आयरिश डॉक्टर्स इन द हिस्ट्री ऑफ आयरलैंड. सो दैट इज़ द बिगेस्ट अचीवमेंट. इसके पीछे एक 6-7 साल की ऐसी मेहनत थी जो कि एक ऐसे टीम वर्क के साथ हमने की, क्योंकि जब हम इधर आए हमें पता चला कि आपने क्या करना, 2 साल काम करना, यूके चले जाना है. There is no career progression here, zero career progression, because there are many obstacles. Even you can't apply for a training, you don't have no eligibility for training, you can't have an equal training access. So उसके बाद फिर recognition नहीं है. तो इन सारे challenges को फिर immigration reforms, फिर citizenship delays, family visa problems, इन सारे challenges को निबेड़ते हमें 6 साल लगे. एक बड़े systematic way से हमने approach किया, हमने legislations लाए, reforms लेके आए. It was not that easy. मैं अगर कहूँ को टीम वर्क के साथ मेरी जो वाइफ हैं, शी इज़ न्यूजीलैंड नेशनल, सो वो अगर ना होती तो मैं इस न्यूजीलैंड या यूके जा चुका होता. शी she persuaded me to stay here and work for the community. So why you are leaving this country? Because she knew the challenges I used to face at home. So everybody is giving you an advice, leave. If you have problem, leave. If you have problem, leave. Why not fix the problem here? तो हम सुबह से लेके शाम तक बैठते थे, हमारे 3 बच्चे थे, और सुबह से लेके शाम तक 150 TD सेनेटर्स को डेली बेसिस पे लेटर्स लिखते थे, कम्युनिकेट करते थे, रिफॉर्म्स, पिटिशंस, इवन ट्विटर पे कैंपेन्स करते थे. और आयरिश पब्लिक, ये जो आपने बात की, दे आर सो नाइस कि आयरिश पब्लिक हमारी बैक पे खड़ी हो गई. इवन मैं अगर बोलूं तो उन्होंने डायरेक्टली पॉलिटिशियंस को कहा कि अगर आप इन डॉक्टर्स के राइट्स और मसले हल नहीं करेंगे, हम आपको वोट ही नहीं डालेंगे. लिटरली आई हैव सीन दैट हैपनिंग. और इससे फिर रिफॉर्म्स आई और चेंजेस आई और परमानेंट रेजिडेंसी 2 साल बाद डॉक्टर्स को मिल रही है, बुलिंग कम हो गई, इतनी उसके इफेक्ट्स हुए कि आप यू विल फील दैट. और अब भी आप देखेंगे 4-5 साल बाद आपको ट्रेन्ड SPR HST कंसल्टेंट मिलेंगे, पाकिस्तानी, सुडानीज, अपने नेशनल्स के लोग, बिकॉज नाउ इज इक्वलिटी इन ट्रेनिंग, देयर इज नो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन एट ऑल लेफ्ट ओवर इन द वर्क प्लेस. सो इसमें जो इम्पोर्टेंट चीज एक जो मेंशन करना चाहता हूँ कि हम जब मेडिकल काउंसिल में गए हैं तो हम उधर बैठते हैं मीटिंग्स के अंदर. नाउ वी हैव रियलाइज्ड कि हमारे लोगों के, जो हमारे लोग हैं जो दूसरे कल्चर से आते हैं, उनके प्रॉब्लम्स क्या हैं. सो अनफॉर्चुनेटली द सैड रियलिटी के मोर देन 2/3 जो कंप्लेंट्स आती हैं प्रोफेशनल मिसकंडक्ट की, हमारे लोग स्किल्स में, नॉलेज में इनका कोई कॉम्पिटेटिव नहीं है, ये तो अंडरस्टूड है, मगर प्रोफेशनल मिसकंडक्ट, इन चीजों में प्रोफेशनल डिलेमा और इन चीजों को मैनेज करने में हमारा कोई एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, एक्सपोजर नहीं है. इवन जो पीछे से सिस्टम है वो हमें इस चीज के लिए नहीं इम्पैक्ट करता. तो इधर मोर देन 2/3 कंप्लेंट्स रिगार्डिंग प्रोफेशनल मिसकंडक्ट एंड दे आर रिलेटेड टू नॉन आयरिश डॉक्टर्स, यू नो दैट हु आर नॉट आयरिश. तो हमने इसलिए ये चीज अंडरस्टूड की कि हमें इनको बताना है स्टार्ट में, और यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल. 2 थिंग्स, communication, effective communication, smart communication. You need to learn that. This is the key skill you need to equip yourself in this country. Communication, effective communication, smart communication. Recently ethics और के ऊपर मेडिकल काउंसिल ने एक 10 साल बाद गाइडलाइन इंट्रोड्यूस कराई है, उसको थोड़ी सी चेंजिंग की है, उसको जाके पढ़ें मेडिकल काउंसिल की वेबसाइट पे, एथिक्स एंड प्रोफेशनलिज्म के ऊपर. और इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन में ये कहता हूं कि इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन के अंदर आप जो भी कम्युनिकेशन कर रहे हैं, टोन एंड बॉडी लैंग्वेज, दैट मेक्स 90% ऑफ योर इम्पैक्ट. वर्ड्स आप जो भी बोलें, इवन आप थैंक यू बोलें, आप ओके थैंक यू, इट मीन्स यू आर एंग्री, थैंक यू सो मच, आई रियली अप्रिशिएट दैट. सो टोन चेंज करने से आप कितना इम्पैक्ट डाल सकते हैं, यू नेवर नो. तो बॉडी लैंग्वेज, फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन, एक्टिव लिसनिंग एंड टोन, इसको ज़हन में रखें. इधर यू नीड टू बी वेरी पोलाइट, एट सम स्टेजेस यू नीड टू बी असर्टिव, ये आपको अंडरस्टैंड करना है. असर्टिव और एम्पैथेटिक टोन क्या होती है, इसमें डिफरेंस क्या है. तो ये एक चीज है. स्मार्ट कम्युनिकेशन में इसलिए कहता हूं कि जो भी हमें कंप्लेंट्स मिलती हैं उसमें सबसे बड़ी चीज होती है, यू नेवर आस्क फॉर अ शेपरॉन एंड यू नेवर डॉक्यूमेंट इट. दो चीजें आप ज़हन में रख लें. वट एवर यू आर डूइंग इट, just document, don't leave it in the air, in the space, document. तो ये चीजें इतनी इंपॉर्टेंट है आपको बताने के लिए. स्मार्ट कम्युनिकेशन, इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन, अब इसका ख्याल रखें. बेस्ट ऑफ लक टू ऑल ऑफ यू एंड वी आर ऑलवेज हियर टू हेल्प यू एंड वी वांट यू टू प्रोग्रेस एंड टू बी द पार्ट ऑफ दिस कंट्री. एंड अपने जो पाकिस्तान है वो आपकी आइडेंटिटी है, आप जो भी इधर करते हैं आप सबसे पहले उसको रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं और उसका नाम रोशन करते हैं. अपना ख्याल रखें. थैंक यू.
Thank you so much. I'm actually very glad that we are on time, and I would request Dr. Numan Nabi to kindly come on the stage and share your thoughts.
जी, अस्सलाम वालेकुम. सबसे पहले तो I would like to say thank you, Excellency Madam Aisha Faruqi, for organizing such a lovely event and giving us this opportunity. और दूसरा मैं अपनी टीम का बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ. They have done a wonderful job, especially Dr. Mazam, our General Secretary. He worked very hard for the last couple of weeks. Dr. Jubaid ho gaye, Sohail Sahab ho gaye, Dr. Bakaz, Dr. Shan, Dr. Anam, Dr. Fakanda. They are all our executive members. And maybe you guys don't know how much we work on the back, and we are trying our best to make this organization and to just a legacy like they are doing in America up now. That's my dream. I would like to see AIPPS inshallah in a couple of years. We like to be there. और बाकी सारे टॉपिक्स तो दोस्तों ने कवर कर दिए हैं, तो मैं जस्ट आपसे यही कहना चाहूँगा कि आई हैव वर्कड इन यूरोप फॉर लास्ट कपल ऑफ इयर्स एंड आई हैव सीन डिफरेंट हेल्थ सिस्टम. तो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस थोड़ा सा इन चीज़ों में ज़्यादा है कि आई ग्रो अमंग द. मैं कह सकता हूँ कि मैं इन्हीं के दरमियान जवान हुआ हूँ, तो माई अप्रोच इज़ डिफरेंट. सबसे जो ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ मैं देखता हूँ इन माई क्लिनिकल प्रैक्टिस या ओवर प्रोफेशनल में कि देर इज़ नो प्लेस फॉर लेजीनेस. बाकी सब चीज़ें कवर हो गई हैं, लेकिन जो काम चोरी है ना, उसकी कोई जगह नहीं आयरलैंड में. आप निकम्मे हैं, आपको काम नहीं आता, यू डोंट हैव एनी नॉलेज ऑन एनीथिंग. वी कैन टीच यू, वी आर हेयर टू टीच यू. दैट्स द सिस्टम. ये हम नहीं है, दैट्स द सिस्टम दे मेक अस टू टीच यू. एज ए कंसल्टेंट, being as a clinicians, that's our job. Being even a senior registrars, that's our job. तो उसके लिए बस ये है कि you have to work hard. आपका एक you have to focus, you have to like Dr. Daniel said and Dr. Sool and Rika, you have to have a proper to see yourself after 5 years. और मैं कहता हूँ कि as a आपकी CV में हर साल एक पेज का इजाफा होना चाहिए. That's your achievement. That's your focus and goal should be. और मैं आपको कोई यहाँ कोई मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर बनने नहीं आया, और मैं दैट्स नॉट माय जॉब. टू जस्ट बीइंग एज ए सीनियर और रनिंग दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, वी हैव गॉन थ्रू सो मच हार्ड टाइम्स. वी हैव सीन व्हेन वी वर रनिंग फॉर द इलेक्शन. जो हम डॉक्टर्स कम्युनिटी में सबसे जो चीज मिसिंग कर रही है ना, वो यूनिटी है. और दैट्स वी आर मिसिंग इन आयरलैंड, क्योंकि वी आर द ओनली डॉक्टर्स एसोसिएशन इन आयरलैंड सो फार. Others they can say that, but they are professional ones. But we are the real organization in Ireland that working for Pakistani community और पाकिस्तानी young doctors के लिए काम कर रहे हैं. तो उसके लिए मुझे आप सब लोगों की support चाहिए. We need your support because we can't do anything without you guys. You have to stand with us. We have a couple of things in pipeline. Inshallah, we are trying to working on the back as well to bring over healthcare workers. सिर्फ नर्सिस नहीं, उसमें टेक्नीशियंस हैं, उसमें रेडियोग्राफर्स हैं, उसमें दूसरे जो उनसे हैं पेरिया, वो भी चीज़ें होंगी. तो ये सब चीज़ें पोर्टल, इवन ओवर फोकस इज़ वेरी 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 वाइड जो उनसे, लेकिन ये सब कुछ आप लोगों की हेल्प के बगैर नहीं हो सकता. दैट्स नॉट गोइंग टू बी पॉसिबल. एंड व्हाट वी हैव अचीव्ड बीइंग एज एसोसिएशन, आई एम गोइंग टू सेल माई सेल्फ. मैं आप कहेंगे कि मैं आई विल टॉक ओनली अबाउट एसोसिएशन बिकॉज बीइंग एज ए प्रेसिडेंट आई हैव टू से दैट. So we has achieved so much for last 3 years. Means as compared to other associations, even there are very strong associations of other countries, like Sudanese association is very very strong, and they are working so much so hard for their country fellows. And we see in our daily practice. और जो हमारा जो Irish health system है is run by non-Irish 64%. You will be surprised to hear. और उसमें जो सबसे ज़्यादा portion है is the Pakistanis. We are almost 30% of the health system. लेकिन उसको आगे लेके किस तरह जाना है और अपने लोगों के लिए, नए लोगों के लिए किस तरह रास्ता बनाना है, that's you guys have to make the ways. अगर आप काम नहीं करेंगे, अगर आप laziness show करेंगे, you will not be punctual, you will not follow the ethics or professionalism, तो वो आने वाले लोगों के लिए रास्ते बंद होते जाएंगे. और that we don't want that. उसमें सिर्फ ये नहीं है कि आपने सिर्फ आए हॉस्पिटल, आप मेरी जॉब है यार मैंने 9 to 5 काम करा. नो, आपने दिस इज आयरलैंड, इज योर होम. यू हैव टू मेक इट योर होम. क्योंकि जो कंट्री आपको ब्रेड एंड बटर दे रहा है, यू हैव टू बी लॉयल विद दैट. बेशक उस मट्टी का कर्ज हम पे है और वी हैव टू पे. उस वतन से जो मोहब्बत है वो तो हमने अदा करनी है, लेकिन वी हैव टू बी लॉयल. वी हैव टू बी लॉयल ओवर प्रोफेशन. वी हैव टू लॉयल बी ओवर country fellows. Like we have to look after the matters to make easy for our newcomers. तो ये सब चीजें आपके तावन के बगैर और आपकी collaboration के बगैर नहीं हो सकती. और I'm very glad कि I have such a amazing team and और they are like a brothers to me. और उसके लिए जो डॉक्टर लीका की efforts हैं और दूसरे लोगों की, उनका कोई, हम उनका कर्ज ही नहीं अदा कर सकते. what we have done.
तो बस यही कहूँगा कि इज़ ए ग्रेट ऑनर टू रिप्रेजेंट यू गाइज, और इतने बड़े नंबर में आज देख के दिल खुश हो गया कि यू गाइज ट्रैवल फ्रॉम डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द आयरलैंड, तो यू मेक योर टाइम, और स्पेशली सैटरडेज कई नहीं हूँ जाके बेगमा ने भी नाराज होना पाए, रोटी भी बाहरों खानी पे, तो आई एम लकी माई बेटर हाफ इज हेयर, शी इज ऑल द टाइम वेरी सपोर्टिव। उसे यही कहता है कि शायद मैं कहनी डबलन जी कर लेना, मैं क्या देखना, आई थिंक अबाउट दैट मोस्ट ऑफ टाइम आई एम ट्रैवलिंग डबलन once or twice a week। तो ये बस यही है कि we inshallah going to launch a membership of our IPPS, or we are planning also to have a room in Dublin for the newcomers. They are coming, they can stay, even you guys come, you can stay over there for exams or बहुत सारी चीजें inshallah we will arrange the webinars with the seniors, और in future हम कोशिश करेंगे जो हमारे seniors हैं, डॉक्टर तारिक साहब भी बैठे हुए हैं यहाँ पे, थैंक्स फॉर कमिंग कि आपने टाइम निकाला, उनके साथ मिलके वी वांट टू मेक ए बिगर प्लेटफॉर्म कि सारी जो दूसरी हैं टू मेक ए बिगर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एज ए डॉक्टर्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। तो उसके लिए एक्सीलेंसी मुझे आई नीड योर सपोर्ट एंड यू आर वेरी सपोर्टिव, एंड मुझे कोई हिचकिचाहट नहीं है कि आई वुड शुड बी सेइंग थैंक यू टू यू एंड मिस्टर शाहिद कि जो फैमिली वीज़ा पे आपसे मीटिंग हुई थी उसके रिजल्ट आना शुरू हो गए हैं, और पीपल आर तो इंशाल्लाह वी विल डू इट इन फ्यूचर, आपके हर शहर में इंशाल्लाह वी आर ब्रिंगिंग इन एवरी सिटी नो, और हर सिटी में हम अपना आइप्स का रिप्रेजेंटेटिव नॉमिनेट करेंगे, तो वो इंशाल्लाह आई एम गोइंग टू मेक इट इन बिगर स्केल इंशाल्लाह। तो ये सब आप लोगों की मोहब्बत और तावन के बगैर इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी पॉसिबल। तो सब में आखिर में मैं बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहूँगा आप सब लोगों का अगेन कि आप लोग आए और हमें इज्जत बख्शी। तो बस यही है कि यू हैव टू स्टैंड विद अस। ओके जी, अल्लाह हाफिज़।
Thank you so much, everyone. We have half an hour for networking and food outside.